For a long time, I outsourced my self-respect. I let it be determined by the nod of approval from a pastor, or the numbers on a profit and loss. If the coffee sold, I was good. If the service project was appreciated, I was worthy. Reclaiming that has been a construction project, like the one on my property. I had to demo the old structure. I had to scrape the lot. I'm finding that self-respect is quiet. It's the ability to look in the mirror after a hard conversation and say, you did the best you could. I'm Nick Walton. I'm a coffee roaster, I'm a dad, I'm a husband, I'm a wee farmer, and I can't stop thinking about the invisible scripts that run our lives. You're listening to The Values Sort. This is a field guide to the values that shape the patterns of thinking and behaviors that end up shaping our entire lives. This is essay number 11, Self-Respect. Let's get into it. Self-respect feels like a hot topic to me. I recently watched a video on the internet of this person who was basically saying that we don't know what anyone's thinking at any time. We don't know what they're thinking about us. So when we think we know what someone's thinking about us, we're really just ideating what we might be thinking about ourselves. And it can be doubly shitty, because we're not only seeing the worst in ourselves, we are assuming the very worst in the other person. Self-respect is, it seems, inextricably linked to self-doubt. For me, for certain, anyway. You ever watch The Odd Couple? It was a movie with Walter Matthau and Jack Lemmon, and then later on a television show with Tony Randall and Jack Klugman. It was edgy for the time, both the film and the TV show, and the Broadway play preceding both. They centered on Felix and Oscar, a news writer and a sports writer, respectively, who lived together for reasons. Hilarity ensued as fastidious Felix ran up time and time again against obnoxious Oscar's hijinx. So I think it goes with self-doubt and self-respect. I'll leave you to decide which character most embodies which attribute. Self-doubt is like smoke in the kitchen. Self-respect is like warm bread smelling up the house. Do you ever imagine what you'd do if someone spoke to your kid, to your friend, to your loved one the way we speak to ourselves sometimes? I know I'd come unglued. If I ever heard some of the things I say about me. Do I have a value for self-respect? I do. Self-respect is about stepping into the middle of that fracas that goes on in our own minds sometimes and separating fact from fiction. Self-doubt would like to decide the entire vacation plan. We cannot let it drive the station wagon. Our own mental health is riding backwards in the wayback seat. Safety first. We cannot let self-doubt pick the direction. I know this to be true because of evidence in my own life. How many times have I woken up in the back seat of a car with self-doubt at the wheel? Many. The answer is many. And self-respect is a discipline. Something to plan ahead for. Something to practice in the mirror in the morning, in the afternoon, and before bed. You guys remember Stuart Smalley? It's a media-heavy post today. He was a character on Saturday Night Live in the 90s, played by Al Franken. His tagline was, "I'm good enough, I'm smart enough, and doggone it, people like me." I think we have to be that guy. We have to recognize that, in fact, we are good enough. We are smart enough. And people do like us. Not everyone, not all the time, but we are capable of being loved and cared for by the people around us just as we are. And when we realize that, when we really lock horns with it, self-respect opens up to us. But it has to be more than that, right? It has to be, I'm good enough for me. I'm smart enough to face my own life. People like me not because they are magnanimous, but because I am worthy of being liked from the jump. Ultimately, I'm thinking of others, though. I see us as interconnected with one another. We are not islands. We do not live alone. Not well, anyway. Not in a way that honors the fullest expression of our singular humanity. A life lived in service to others is a life well lived indeed. But if we're not able to respect ourselves, our very real contributions to the world around us, it will be difficult or impossible to see others as worth serving. If we're not able to respect ourselves, our boundaries, our needs, our wants, our whole selves, where does that leave the people who would eat the fruit from our trees?